Hello again. I'm back at the house where I did the banisters. And I've got to do a shower cubicle, but I got too excited about pulling it out to do a video first, so I only thought about it now. So I'm pulling this out. The new one hasn't arrived yet, so I'm just getting this ready. I'll clean it all up. And I've got a bath panel to do upstairs and fix the door that's all split and broken. Well, that's all the door and frame off. I've just given it a once over with a Stanley blade to get the silicone off it, but I'll have to give that a bit of a clean up. It's a bit smutty. I'll let the air get to that for a bit. I'll go and do the bath panel and come back to this. I've been asked to replace the bath panel because it's got water damage on it. This shower lip was on the wrong way around, so I've just swapped that around. It's supposed to deflect the water back into the shower, and you could shower like that. It's you can see where the water's come through, mainly at the joint of the shower and at the end of the shower. But sometimes it's all depending on who has the shower. Anyway, I've got the new bath panel, so I'll take this off and put a new one on. Yeah, on removal of the bath panel, you can see that this was a wet room, and it looks like there's been a bit of a leak going down to the old waste, but I don't know if that's existing or how it was. I'll run the tap, see what happens, see if anything leaks out there. I've been asked to fix this door. So the panel's split quite badly. It's misaligned, it's all starting to come apart. So what I've done is I've made up some bits of steel with some threaded rod. I'm going to drill a couple of holes through the door, glue it all, and then clamp it. So I can clamp it right back, get this straight. Hopefully it will pull this back in. I'll put some glue in there, and then it'll just be cleaning up afterwards, and probably need a bit more paint and a bit of filler. Right, I've bolted the steel through the door. I've glued everything up, so there's plenty of glue everywhere. It's flattened it all out, so hopefully the glue will hold. It's going to take some filler and a bit of sanding and what have you. I mean, basically the door needs a new door, but this should hold it together for a bit longer. So when I come back to do the shower panel, I'll take that off, give it a day for the glue to set, and then see how it looks after that. It's better than it was anyway. Good morning, it's now Tuesday morning, and I'm back at the job where I started yesterday, and I've just taken the bracing off the door, and that seems to have pulled it back in nicely. So it's solid now, even the panel's solid. The decorator's coming, so he can just give it a bit of filler and primer and paint it. And it's not going to look perfect, but it'll be a lot better than it was. Right, so back down to the bath panel now. I've just used a bit of wood filler on the slits and holes that I made in the door. So I'll just give that a light sand down. The decorator's coming, so he can do the rest of the filling and painting. And I think that's not going to look anywhere near as bad as it was. I've just given it a quick sand down, so it's a good base to start from for the painter. He just needs a little bit of fine filler, and off he goes. That's the bath panel in. I just screwed it to the timber at the bottom. I cut it with an angle grinder. It seems to be the best way of cutting it, with a thin disc on it. Yeah, next job. Right, we're getting to the end of Tuesday, and I've just fitted the shower door. So it's a corner entry because of the bathroom so small. Nice door though. So that's me for the day now. And I think I've got another shower door to do tomorrow. Comes in space. Right, it's now Thursday and I'm back at the Crescent job. And yesterday I came here and pulled the kitchen out, and I just finished off doing it. I've taken the radiator off the wall. I need to cut out the pipework at the bottom of this unit. Multi-tool's given up, so I need to sort something. I might use a jigsaw, get that out. There was quite a few cables coming through the units, but we managed to get those out. So I'll take the skirting off, I'll pull that skirting off, I'll pull the floor up. So now I've got to work out what's going where. I'll just mark it on the wall, unit-wise, then I can order the units and get that started. So yeah, we're moving on quite swiftly here, which is good. All the kitchen is put in here. I've got the removal people coming with the tiles in there. So I'll put it close to the door so they can just get it from there, and I can carry on in the kitchen. Right, now to mark it out. Yeah, the multi-tool didn't make it, so that's gone in the bin. I've just had to buy another one, which is great. It works, it cuts through like butter. So I've taken the base out of that unit. I've put the caps on the end of the radiator pipework. Yeah, let's get marking and measuring. That's the first unit in. I'll have to put a false back in it. I'll bring it forward, but we'll get all the plumbing sorted out first. And they've changed the way the units are. Before we used to swap the side panels for the same colour as the doors you're using. We're going, it looks grey, but it's sort of an off green. And these actually go over the whole panel, which makes fitting them a lot easier, and it will make the plinths a lot easier. So there's a gap here for the washing machine and a gap the other side for a dishwasher. So it just means the whole lot is going to go over 40mm, but we've got plenty of room to do that. And I'll use another one of those panels for the uprights to support the worktop, and then we'll have the fridge there. Whilst you're there, bits are coming out. They want me to put a vent over that, just to keep the air flowing through. And there's a door downstairs that doesn't shut. Right, the internal one works all right. I've got a lot of throw on it. Weird, because they've got one of these latches, but it doesn't look like it's ever had a hole in the frame. I think the best bet is just to put some tower bolt latches on top and bottom, make it secure. It's my favourite day again, Friday, and a lovely day as well. Right, I've just put this isn't working, and I could strip it down, but it would make a mess of paint. We've got people moving in tomorrow. I've got them really busy on my other job, so I've just put a sliding bolt on the top, and this is off a sash window. Let's keep the bottom shut. Made it nice and secure. We've got a secondary pair of doors anyway, but that'll do for now. If they want something more permanent doing, I don't know what's going on with that, because there's no hole in the top, unless that's been replaced some time ago. This we could probably take off and get working again. It could probably do with a bit of tension and bring the door up a bit. It's dropped down. But right, yeah, well that'll do for now. That's quickly flying through. I need to live up the road. So on the way through to my other job, I thought I'd come and get this done. We've got the first unit in. There's differences. I've picked up 4 of these, and some are slightly smaller than others. And because the floor's so far out, we're about 20mm out from that side to that side. This side is 20mm longer. So I've got to make sure. What I've done is the normal height to the top of the worktop is 900mm if you're using 30mm, and 910 if you're using 40mm. So I'm using 40mm. So that'll be 870 to the top of the unit, which is what this is here. But here it's higher, it's about 890. And it's going to be even lower over this side by about 20mm. So you just got to split the difference really. This side probably going to be the same. So my next job will be to start making up the units. I need to just position them. This one's fixed. I've put the fixings in the back to hold it in place. So I just need one of these as an upright to go here for the dishwasher to go there, and the washing machine's going there, and then there'll be space for a fridge here. Yeah, this one I'll just position in the place so I know exactly where they're going to go, and then I can mark out for the top units and start hanging those before I fit the bottom ones. It's a lot easier. Once the wall's marked, we'll know everything goes. That's the space for the dishwasher. That's the washing machine, and a fridge will go on the side. Now I'm not sure what's happening here, because if they have a freestanding cooker, I'll have to put these 15mm panels on the side, these panels here, because you don't see the white of the carcass. If they have a built-in oven and hob, I'll just put a 600 unit in, so it's going to make quite a difference on the size of where this ends up. We have got a bit of damage on these units. That's part and parcel from where you get them from. But that's, you're not going to see that. That's going to be right at the top. Yeah, so I've got some base units, but it's going to be totally dependent on what moves where. And we're going to have to end up with a gap. We have to have a gap here. I can't have it right against the wall because that's not good. But we could have a bigger gap, or we could even make a wine rack or a little tea tray rack or something. There, so I'm waiting for the boss to come down, and then she can explain how she wants it. And then I can get the top units